Hello everybody, welcome back to another J&K discussion. I'm Jammer.
I'm Kirillov.
Today was Nintendo's big direct, and I thought it was personally awesome. What did you think, Kirillov?
Thought there's a lot more information in it than I was expecting, which is really nice. A lot of new things that are coming out. Some unexpected things that are coming out.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, altogether, I think it was a very unexpected wake-up call for us.
Success, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a really good job. I think this is one of the better directs, to be honest. It honestly felt almost like an early Christmas.
Almost, yeah.
So we're just gonna kind of run down how through the direct and go each announcement at a time. So we'll start with the big one, the first one, Mewtwo. So it's announced that we got his first gameplay. We see his first in-game gameplay. His attacks literally all the same as what he was in Melee. His down B, he's got his little hit stun thing, he's got a little flip thing, side B, it's all there. He doesn't look like he's changed at all. And then so the release date for that is supposed to be 4/15 for those who are getting him for free through Club Nintendo, and 4/28 for everyone else. What do you think about Mewtwo so far?
I think it's nice that they are rewarding those who, got him earlier. That's really nice. As for his moveset, maybe they'll throw in something special that they just didn't show. I hope they do, because if not, then it's kind of a weak excuse as to why he wasn't just put in. Well,
they said he just wasn't ready, but I mean, there was the, he has a final smash now, and it's really interesting. It's kind of like a combination of, Mega Man's and, a couple others, where basically he turns into his Mega Evolution, he shoots out a big circle beam, and it traps the foes in it, and then they kind of, their eyes start glowing, they go insane, and then they just, explode off the screen. I don't know. It looks crazy and awesome, but I mean, I think it's just great to see that his moveset stayed intact. I was actually afraid that they're going to change him too much. I'd rather him stay more like he did in Melee. Granted, I'd love to make him a little bit faster. I'm sure they tweaked him as they did. But I mean, overall as a moveset, it's great. In Project M, he's amazing. By far one of the best characters, and his moveset stays very true to how he was in Melee. So I'm really glad that they did that as well and kept that true to that. So another Smash news is they actually announced Lucas, which honestly, this completely blindsided me. I did not think Lucas was going to be coming back, let alone seeing even Smash DLC at all besides Mewtwo. Because I mean, I was just starting to lose hope because Sakurai kept saying, oh, we have no plans, blah blah blah. But here it is, we're having Lucas come out in supposedly this June. Why
do we care about Lucas? I mean, what happened to the other good kid with the little baseball cap?
Nasty. Well, he's still there, but apparently, I mean, it was a huge fan outcry that Lucas wasn't in the game. I mean, granted, he was pretty fun to play as. I had a couple of friends who actually were maining as him, but I mean, I saw his inclusion I saw it coming when, I predicted he wouldn't come back, along with Wolf, which I honestly think now Wolf actually has a chance to come back as well. Maybe even Snake. That'd be a long shot, but yeah. So, and then alongside that, they have the Smash Fighter ballot that was coming out, where it's basically on the website you can vote for literally any video game character you want for the next DLC character. What do you think about that?
I think that's gonna be a really fun one. It'll be interesting to see who they as in the people decide to throw in. I mean, you're obviously gonna get some of those people who go to the other consoles, try to get Master Chief in on this action,
or the idiots that say the stupidest thing, or SpongeBob for Smash,
or just Slenderman for Smash, or something ridiculous.
Who do you think honestly the fans are gonna choose? Let's just top 5. Who do you think?
My top 5, I feel like we're definitely going to see a Master Chief demand, just out of comedy and, attack. We're going to see a call for Solid Snake, maybe Liquid Snake and Gaseous Snake.
That does not, no, those do not count.
Okay, so for at least Snake, we know that he
I can see people, definitely want to have him back as well. It might be a little tricky, but, they can pull off anything. They're Nintendo.
Yeah, they can definitely pull off a lot for sure. Other characters, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, we might see more of the Pikmin cast come through. That'd be kind of nice.
Maybe personally, I think Paper Mario would be an awesome inclusion. I honestly wanted him in the first place to be in the game. It was a little bit of a long shot, but I mean, he's pretty iconic. He would have a very different moveset than Mario. And then another character I personally think is going to be high demand is Ridley, which everyone thought he was in the game, and then when he wasn't, people were devastated. So I honestly think Ridley is going to be the highest requested character, alongside probably the Golden Sun protagonist Isaac, and then maybe Gino from Super Mario RPG. Even though that's Square Enix property, I know a lot of people want him playable, even though he's nowhere near relevant any days.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's just one of those characters that the fans are obsessed with.
Yeah.
So, like, I think this is a really awesome job. They did say that they're not going to be able to fulfill every request
Obviously,
due to, you know, whatever. Oh, and another thing, Rhythm Heaven. Because of that one leak about that character's going to be in the game, not going to be in the game, I can see that a lot of people requesting that. And what if maybe we even see a return of the Ice Climbers?
Maybe. Maybe. I could see Skull Kid coming in before Ice Climbers.
Oh, that was another thing. Skull Kid or Minda, or like
Minda,
another Zelda, maybe even Impa or something.
Impa, yeah.
I think this just opens up to awesome possibilities. I just can't wait. I just can't wait.
It'll be exciting to see what they do, especially if they do go down the Zelda trail. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, so they also had Smash Amiibo Wave 4 come out. Well, they did tell the Wave 4 release date, saying that it'll be coming out at the end of May 29th. And that's the one with Pac-Man and what's his bucket, all the Fire Emblem characters. And then they finally announced Wave 5, which I believe they said it's going to be coming out end of summer and fall, like July. Okay, so Dark Pit's coming out in Palutena in July. Then September we got Olimar, Bowser Jr., Dr. Mario, Ganon, and Zero Suit Samus.
Oh wow, I gotta say Dr. Mario looks great in that. I'm just looking at it online. But, I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, Olimar, that's going to be one of those ones that I think will go really fast.
Yeah. I've been honestly, since they announced Amiibo, the one characters I wanted was Lucario, which I got. And then I wanted, like, Link and Samus. But then the ones they didn't even announce yet was the one I wanted with Olimar and Bowser Jr. And now that they're here, I'm like, I gotta get them.
Yeah, you definitely have to. It'll end up like a Wii Fit trainer again.
Oh,
They'll be there one day, and all of a sudden, boom, gone.
I don't know, because, I mean, Pikmin's a little bit more relevant than Wii Fit, because they just had their short movies come out, and they might even making a Pikmin 4. Like, who knows?
Who knows?
No news about it yet, but it could happen. So then, alongside Amiibo, they actually had Amiibo Tap, which is going to be a demo, like a little demo service where basically it's a free app you download on your Wii U. And basically you just tap your Amiibo and you get a 3-minute demo of some old classic game. And it doesn't really matter what specific Amiibo you have. It can be any game. Because I remember them showing like 2 people having the same Mario. One giving them the original Mario Bros. The other one giving you Super Metroid. So it really depends. Like, it's just kind of like, as I say, a box of chocolates and what you may get. What do you think about this?
I think that is, in a way, really cool, but I would have liked to have seen, like, Mario sticking with a Mario game, and then, like, Samus sticking with a Samus game, just because it would make a little bit more sense to me, rather than randomizing it.
And my luck, all the Amiibo I have are going to have the same freaking game.
Oh, probably. Probably.
Yeah. So that comes out just this spring, that's what they said, so... And that'll probably just come with a little update. I'm sure I'll probably get it. I mean, it'll be fun to just mess around with.
You will.
So then, the next thing they came out with, talked about was Mario Maker, which we had predicted. And they just basically said what they said we would do. They just had a little clip bait, basically they basically didn't tell us anything new. It was the same thing. It was just built level creator, the 4 different skins for each of the 4 games, and just showing how to make it. They did say a release date coming this September, but I think what was really interesting is they talked about the 30th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. And they said, we're going to look for fun ways to celebrate this in the next coming, months throughout this year. What do you think they're going to do there?
To celebrate the 30th anniversary, that'd be interesting. I mean, I could probably see them doing the crown, from the other Mario games that have been out. I could see maybe they'll bring back some old characters that haven't been in a Mario game
Maybe
for a while.
like, what's his name, Wart from Super Mario World, the little frog guy. He was like it wasn't Super Mario World, he was another game. But I mean, he's like, that's the only game he's ever been in. Yeah. And the one that, okay, it's the Super Mario game that was in Japanese, it was Doki Doki Panic, but it's whatever the American one is. But, yeah, that's another fan, or like an awesome, like, iconic fan character that people love. And it would be awesome to see the return of Wart.
Oh, for sure. Maybe even like Waluigi. Or not. Yeah, Waluigi. We need him back. I mean, he's been there, he's been gone.
He hasn't had anything. But I mean, he's not really Super Mario Bros. But I don't know. It'd be interesting.
I could see it. Like, maybe Waluigi and Wario just kind of do a versus thing or something.
I don't know, yeah. So then they next started talking about Yoshi's Woolly World, which we predicted as well, which is awesome. So The release date is supposedly be in the fall, which we also predicted. So I'm honestly assuming it's going to be just around Hyrule Warriors time, maybe a little bit later. So maybe I would say early October. And then so they basically showed off the same thing we've already seen, a little bit more platforming. Yoshi has changed again for the third time. He's now a little bit fuzzier and he's a little bit glowier. But, I mean, it's not a drastic change as last time, but he's still changed. I think that's crazy. 3 times you've seen this game, each time the protagonist, the main character, looks different.
I think it's a good thing, though, because that shows that they are working with more than just this and that. They're actually focusing more on their main character. The fact that he looks more fuzzy is actually really good because it is Woolly World. He should be looking a bit fuzzier. They did brighten him up, which, for me, that's a great thing because at first it seemed just kind of a normal, bland game, and now they've got
gives it a little
brightness.
more life, you know. So yeah, I like the change, of course. Don't get me wrong, but I just think it's hilarious. Every time we've seen a gameplay of this game, it's been different every time. When it releases, it's going to be a completely different game.
Yeah, and Zelda just on the cover instead of Yoshi.
Oh, pretty much, or something ridiculous. So then, the interesting thing they announced alongside was Yoshi's Woolly World Amiibo. Now, we knew there was going to be Amiibo support, but I did not see them coming with the little stitching, the little stuffed animal Amiibo support. And I think that's awesome, because I mean, like, in the E3, when they talked about last E3, they had the little, you know, young Yoshi there, and they're like, we were looking at ways to, blah, blah, incorporate in this game, and I never thought of it at the time, that, oh, they should make Amiibo out of this. I can't believe I didn't.
Yeah. No, I think that's really cool, actually, like, in a way. It will sell very fast, that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
It'll be harder to get your hands on, so pre-order that when you can, people.
Yeah, that one's it's super cute, super fun, and I don't know, almost looks like a little keychain.
I feel like there's not going to be many of those ones made, even. I mean, just because of the way their games
and then
are.
when they come out, that'll actually mean we have 5 Yoshi Amiibo. That's topping Mario, because Mario has... Actually, no, that's tying Mario, because Mario has Smash, Super Mario, Gold, and Silver. Oh, wait, he only has 4. And then Yoshi will have 5, because there's 3 different yarn Yoshis.
If you want to count
Yoshi.
Dr. Mario.
No, that one won't count, because it'll register as Dr. Mario. No, I mean, like, Amiibo that'll register as Mario in
just
game.
as a plain Mario,
yeah. So, like, Yoshi will have the highest count once that comes out. So far, it's Mario, but once that comes out, yeah. So then, speaking of Amiibo, they showed some Splatoon gameplay. They told us a little bit about some of the modes, which we knew about most of them. They did announce that there would be some local co-op. It's just a 1v1, which... it's nice to see. I kind of wish that there was like a mode where it was local, but then there was at least CPUs on your team. Yeah. It's just a 1v1, which maybe we'll see some. Maybe they'll do something, but so far it just seems like that's the only option they're gonna use. Anyways, with Amiibo, they're gonna actually have their own line of Amiibo, and supposedly it's gonna help you do missions, and then you're gonna unlock certain like clothes and stuff like that. Yeah. Yep. So what do you think about that? Like, just incorporating Amiibo as a whole?
I feel like the incorporation of the Amiibo for the game is a really cool idea. Personally, it seems kind of like, you know, you're gonna get Amiibo for one game.
Yeah.
It seems kind of like they're putting a little bit too much into that.
Yeah.
I mean, it could work out great for them. Maybe if those characters were to make it into Smash Bros. DLC or something.
That would be
amazing.
Honestly, maybe this game, maybe Smash 5, I could easily see it happening. If this game's as big as they hit. Yeah. I think it will, though. But, yeah, it is kind of strange that... Because, I mean, the Splatoon Amiibo, like, of course they'll be compatible with probably, like, Hyrule Warriors, where it doesn't matter what Amiibo you use.
Get your 1 rupee.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, my question is, do you think our currently owned Amiibo will be compatible with the game?
I think maybe, to a degree, they could be. I'm not sure if you would actually get, like, the bigger benefits from the
it probably won't get, like, the quest or the achievement. But, like, do you think what do you think it'll do?
Like, spending points or something.
1 rupee.
1 rupee. Yeah.
So then they go into a big talk about all their indie titles, and they bring out, like, they talk about Box Boy and Octodad, which I think is hilarious. It's coming to Wii U.
Yeah.
And then, so then they get back to a couple of eShop titles that come out, like Pokemon Rumble, which is going to be a free-to-play, coming out, I believe, next week, like April 8th. They had the Puzzles and Dragons, which is like that mobile game where you switch around the tiles. That's coming out May 22nd, and then the demo will be on April 30th. It's just nice to see that they're, like, that the indie titles and the little smaller titles almost always seem to get a section in these directs.
Yeah, no, it's really nice to see that too, because it shows that Nintendo's interested in other developers as well, and not just focusing solely on their own.
On the first party, yeah. I think this is a really good sales push, and Like, some of them look really interesting, so I'll look forward to seeing more information once that comes out. So then, so back when they were talking about Splatoon before it came out, they were saying that Marth and the Fire Emblem Cast Amiibo will be compatible. But still, we haven't seen, they said that Marth would be reprinted, but we still haven't seen that yet. They finally said that he will be coming back this May. All I know is I have to buy it.
Have to.
Just because it's like, like, I was stupid not to in the first place, you know? Might not get a chance again.
Yeah.
So then they go on to talking about some Street Pass Mii Plaza updates, a few games there. They have a really awesome cinematic trailer for Xenoblade 3D. And so what do you think about those two so far?
So about the Xenoblade 3D, I think that it's nice that they showed more of it. They've got something out there. It'll be interesting to see how that actually ends up in the very end. The Street Pass, I think that's great that they're updating that and providing something.
Yeah, they're getting some new games in there, making a little bit more function to it. Because I'm sure there's some people out there that literally have 100% of the Street Pass already. You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing else they need to do. No puzzle left. Like, they have everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like it gives them some fresh new stuff to play with, I guess.
Yeah, it's always nice to get something new because then it actually brings you back to the device, and it's like, all right, cool, I can now finish this. And
another
focus world.
Exactly. So then they gave us some new information about the new Fire Emblem. Back at the last Direct in January, they gave us just a random trailer, which was so surprising and amazing. But what's interesting and different about this game is you, the playable avatar, it's actually the main protagonist of the game. While in all the other series, you were like the side character, the side protagonist, like alongside Lucina, Chrom, Marth, or you know what I mean? Like, they were the main character. You were just like their backup guy, the little commander. But this time, you were actually the main character. And it's about a war between two different sides where your birthright is to one and you were raised by the other. So like the whole game is all about this one choice, and like whatever you do, it's going to be like severely impacting like the whole game. I think this game's gonna be huge. What do you think?
I feel like this game could really go one way or the other. It'll either be, you know, how they've been explaining it, you know, you got your birthright, you've got your family that you're with, and you gotta make the decision between the two. Or it's gonna end up like Skyrim, where it's just gonna be one scene and done type deal. I
don't know. I mean, like, they were saying how, like, if you chose the good side, where it's like you can remain to your loyalty and you go with, I believe it's called the Hoshido clan or whatever, and they're like the peace-loving ones, you know. Peace, love. Oh, and basically, they said if you do that storyline, it's going to be just like, not just like, but it's going to be similar to previous Fire Emblem titles. The gameplay will be similar. The difficulty level will be scaled as appropriate, like. But they said if you join with the Nor, the power, lust, like clan, all about like domination.
I like these
yeah, they said the difficulty level is going to be a lot more significantly higher, and it's going to be a very different formula than the other previous titles. Playing as that side.
That'd be interesting to see. I mean, a lot of games they claim those things, but they don't actually end up implementing them. So it'll be nice to see how that works out, and even just to see if those two storylines back to back, maybe watching a gameplay of each one, how they can relate to each other, if anything.
Yeah, all I know is the game looks just gorgeous. The graphics look amazing. Like, Awakening was great, but this one, like, the cutscenes, it's unbelievable. It's just, it almost looks like it's like moving paintings. I don't know, I think it looks great. So then they finally they touched on Animal Crossing series, which we predicted they would talk about too, which I think is awesome. It wasn't Animal Crossing Wii U, so we still have our hopes up for that. But they talked about this new game called Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, which I don't know if it's going to be an eShop title or what, because it seems kind of limited so far. They've told us there's going to be Card Amiibo, where you scan in a villager, and then you basically just build a house, which I really like how you build a house. You don't have to push around furniture. You don't have to like, I have to go all the way back and pick everything up, put it all back. You literally just, you have your little like tablet in your hand, it just floats over and plops down. I don't know, what do you think about this?
I think that it's going to be great just because every time I had to move stuff around, I'd have trouble with it. The design of other animals' homes, it could really go both ways. I mean, if you're dedicated to it and you get it all done, sweet. But if you're just like playing late, you're trying to get to tour timer for some reason or another, you're just mad that you designed this house, you end up just throwing everything in the center of the room and it sticks like that, then there's going to be a problem for you. Especially when you want to buy the brown pot in the center or something.
Well, what I'm curious about is, like, is this all this game's going to be? Because this, so far it seems pretty limited. Like, all they've said is literally they just showed you in a house building rooms. Because granted, home design is like one of the better parts of Animal Crossing. Collecting's another great part. Just building a community is good as well. But I mean, like, so this is literally just the home design part. So I don't really feel like this should sell for a retail game. Honestly, it should almost be for free, because technically you can't play the game without a card amiibo. And they did say game and cards sold separately, though.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe there will be like maybe a $5 eShop up price.
Maybe.
But they said this will be coming out this fall alongside the 3DS NFC adapter the same day. The little stand where you can connect any amiibo to any game. So basically, this fall we'll be able to use amiibo on our Smash 3DS or your codename Steam if you don't have the new 3DS. So
that'd be great. I mean, that's gonna sell out too, just like the original adapter that came with the Smash Bros. The one to plug in the GameCube controller.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna keep this one around because this is gonna. There's like, otherwise there's no
true.
hope for
That's
anyone
true.
else who doesn't have a new 3DS. You know, they have to fund this one because the Smash Wii U GameCube adapter, that was just for that game.
Yeah.
They said it was just for that game. This one's gonna be for multiple. If they don't push this and actually sell it and keep it in stock, they're stupid.
Yeah. I mean...
Anyways, speaking of Animal Crossing, they showed a trailer from the Mario Kart 8 DLC that is coming out a lot sooner than expected. We were thinking probably the end of May. It's coming out April 23rd. So they showed Villager and Isabelle riding around on her little, like, moped, and he's in his little, like, beetle cart. And, I don't know, they looked hilarious and so much fun. I cannot wait for this pack to release. So it's coming out, April 23rd. And then they also, at the end, they had this little, like, montage of all the old games, like 50cc, 100cc, 100, and then they're like 200cc, and then you just see these cars flying, jumping over, like, literally clearing every gap. I think it's gonna be insane. First of all, Mario Kart 8 already is the madness with 12 players, but 200cc, this is gonna be insane.
I feel like, if anything, we need to test out the moped, 200cc, on good old Excite Bike, and just see how that plays. I feel like that would be great.
This is gonna be. I did not see 200cc come. I mean, like, 150 just felt like, you're right. It was the right speed for every course. Like, they're even saying like this is too fast for the courses. You need to actually practice braking to go around turns. Like, I can't even like fathom this. This is gonna be insane, and this is gonna be a free update on the same day the DLC releases. So if you did not buy the DLC, you will still get 200cc.
That'll be fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
I think this is gonna be crazy.
Excite Bike, first jump, just clear the whole entire
literally,
thing.
it's like
and
you're gonna
slow down for your corner.
Yeah,
clear the next jump.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so amazing.
It'll be interesting.
So what do you think? So after this DLC releases, what do you think else they're gonna do for the Mario Kart 8 the game? Do you think they're gonna like do anything else, more patches, maybe even more DLC packs, or do you think this is like the end of the life spirit?
I could see some patches coming through. There's always going to be patches that come through. As for DLC-wise, it could be the end of it, just depending on how other games pick up, I believe. But for the long haul, I think that they're going to start focusing on maybe the next one instead of their DLC efforts.
Yeah, or focus on Smash for now.
Or Smash, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's sad to see that Mario Kart 8's technically coming to an end, but it's still young. It's not even a year old yet. But so things I want to touch on is some things we predicted that didn't happen. Like Star Fox wasn't mentioned at all. And we were thinking that this is going to be their holiday title to replace Zelda, but there was not a word, not a sight.
Nothing. And it was really interesting because it would have been a good time to have built the hype, especially with the other titles that they had released. It would have been a perfectly safe one to have announced.
Yeah. And then alongside talking about Zelda is since they delayed it, they didn't say anything else about the IP, what they might be using it with, or do anything. So it kind of just left us hanging in the water there.
Yeah, well, it's Nintendo. They do that quite a bit, but usually they got a good reason as to why.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. It just seemed really strange to not show either of those games. Well, or at least Star Fox for one.
Yeah.
But another interesting thing was they didn't mention anything about Club Nintendo or the new loyalty reward program, which we thought they might have mentioned.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like there will be a lull period or a time period where there is nothing.
Just a little bit of limbo for us, yeah.
Because, I mean, we won't really get any more directs until... We might see one right before E3, but, like, and then maybe they'll say something then, but, like, we didn't see anything. They did mention Club Nintendo. They did talk about Mewtwo and how you got that for free through that. But other than that, I guess it's gone.
Yeah, it's done. I mean, other than their platinum rewards and gold rewards.
Yeah, and you can still redeem your coins until, I believe, the end of June, maybe the end of July.
June 30th. Or
something like that. But yeah, overall, this Direct, I think it still did a really good job. It just got the hype all over again. So far since Smash, it's kind of just been like, we got Kirby come out. That was fun for a while, but people kind of died down pretty soon. We had Codename Steam, which really didn't hit off that well. But Majora's Mask hit great, but I mean, it still was, like, it was still pushing the company, but me personally, there was, like, nothing really hyping for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it just seemed to have came out and then done.
Yeah.
After.
And then, but this Direct really just did a really good job getting everyone back involved with Nintendo. And it was still a great placement, whether or not they put Star Fox in there or not.
Yeah. So, I mean, they did their job right in this Direct, I feel like. They did everything they needed to be able to keep us engaged and listening to what they have to say. And
another thing before I forget, there was no mention of any mobile game either.
Well, I mean, the mobile games are young.
Yeah.
So they could just still be at that process of where they're even talking about what they want to do.
Yeah, they might be nowhere near ready. I understand that. But I mean, I don't know. It would have been good to see at least something, because one of them is supposed to at least come out by the end of the year. Maybe we'll see in the next Director at E3, which is okay. But I mean, maybe it is too soon, you're right.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you gotta think too. They gotta be looking at what mobile devices are popular. You got the Galaxy and you got the iPhones. They're gonna have to work with Apple and the iOS programming, which is already strict as it is.
Yeah.
Then they've got to get Galaxy to approve it, and just to get both those companies in on it will be a challenge for Nintendo, because they are competitors.
You're right. They're pretty early in the process. Literally, all they have is a signed contract.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that does make sense. So, is there any final thoughts you just want to wrap this up with?
Final thoughts. Nintendo did get a lot announced, which is great. They did an amazing job keeping us interested in what they've got working in the future, really. I'm glad to have seen further developments with some of these games. I'm glad to see that they are working on their Wii World. I'm excited to see what Splatoon has to offer now, especially since they've announced multiple things for it.
It's not just Turf War.
It's just not Turf War. Yeah, exactly. The most exciting thing I'd say Nintendo announced for me, though, was that they're allowing people to vote
vote for the Smash characters, the ballot.
Yeah, exactly, the ballots. I think that'll be the biggest thing that will probably take off with this.
Yeah, that was honestly, that was so crazy. Just because, I mean, I guess it was kind of like, it would have been stupid if they didn't do Smash DLC, but like, it was really murky water for a while. Sakurai saying, we have no plans, blah blah blah. Mewtwo's the only thing coming. Honestly, I wrote them off. I'm like, they're done. They're not making any DLC. Like, that's too bad. Like, it's unfortunate on their side, but they really surprised me there. And yeah, they did a really good job just showing that 2015's not over without Zelda. Granted, they didn't touch on Star Fox at all, so if that gets delayed too, they might be in a little bit of trouble. Because I mean, this was a strong argument, but I mean, Zelda was the biggest push for this year.
Oh, for sure.
And now that that's gone, Star Fox, they're kind of all leaning on Star Fox, but if they're not going to say anything about it, that is a big problem, you know?
That definitely is, because Star Fox is a bigger title. It's one of the biggest titles that could have been announced at this. I mean, sure, you got the other titles like Animal Crossing, stuff like that, but people know that for its mobile handheld devices, not for its actual console. Whereas Star Fox, that would have been the big console name. That would be coming out as a revitalization.
Yeah, maybe we'll hear more about it in the next Direct. Or if they push off the E3, that's when they do it. If you like this video, be sure to like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description below. As always, give this video a like and a comment. We'd love to hear your input. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.